d5, bishop e3. And now here comes another branch of continuations. I think black can continue with bishop c5 or even bishop e7 or d6. Oh, d6. Is d6 a move?
After d6 is
D6
a move.
G5, right?
Yeah.
But then you have to kind of hold
D5.
your head in shame and play d5.
Yeah.
But that is a big blunder to go d6. So yeah, you definitely have to actually develop the dark square bishop.
Yes.
Yeah, in such positions, like I'm always interested, can black ever play knight a5?
Will you let go of the e5 pawn?
Yeah, like knight e5 takes on b3, go bishop b7, and then d5 later, like, you know, Marshallesque compensation sort of thing. Bishop b7, and because no, and it's a genuine question because I don't know. Sometimes optically it looks like they do the same, and then in some positions it's a full compensation. In some positions it's just pawn down. Like, ha ha ha! What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you never know, but that's something that I'd be looking at. Karthikeyan is thinking after b5. Yeah, bishop z5 seems to be one of those quote-unquote normal moves. Yeah.
Yeah, and for anyone who is afraid of the pin of the bishop, the white's bishop going to g5, I would play bishop e7.
Yeah, bishop e7 is one of the normal continuation here. And then we might transpose to that line that, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the Tingler and Nepomniachtchi, I guess, with the knight on d5, and then you play d3, bishop g4, and so on, bishop e3. Okay, it can be transposed to many lines, actually.
I think it is going to be a transposition, right? And then white's big plan is to basically control the d5 square. So you'll see white try to go bishop g5 and go bishop takes knight, just so they can put a knight on d5.
Right, and Karthikeyan chose to play bishop c5.
Okay, so that's an interesting development here. And what do we do? Do we move to see the opening moves in the other games?
Yeah, we can certainly move down because this game is definitely heating up. And what do we have here? This looks like it's a Tarrasch.
Yep, it is. The real Tarrasch, no knight takes d5, which, by the way, happened in Naka's game yesterday.
Right. And yeah, well, Naka actually said in his recap that he almost fell into a one-move tactic.
Oh, which one was that?
I didn't catch which one it was, but I thought it was quite an interesting observation. He was very honest, and he said, you know, almost fell into this one-move tactic. Then he saw it in time, and then afterwards he felt a bit shaky. So he felt that something was
funny way. So you probably take on b5 nevertheless, right? Say rook takes b5. And then I wish I was
Played.
kind of
played
a
it.
proper endgame expert to judge a position after rook takes f2, king e1, and say rook takes b2. Wait a sec. There is also an attack possible. Like, you don't take on b2, but go knight c5. How does white, I mean, as funny as it looks, how does white stops the
The
checkmate?
waiting attack.
Knight d3, bishop e3.
Yeah.
It's a stupid yet efficient threat.
And I'm pretty sure I've seen a game where Karthikeyan did that.
And I know how he does it, I guess. At king d1.
Yeah, but you still have...
Like knight d3, rook d5.
But wait 1 second. So, okay, so now you can go bishop to
e3
E3
first.
first.
Ah, yeah, hitting the rook.
Yes,
yeah, right you are.
yes.
Right you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could it be that like this strange mating net after check and king e1? And by the way, let's not forget black got his time increment, so it's
Right.
no longer
Yeah.
time trouble. You can spend and probably should invest your time in this position.
Yeah. So yeah, knight c5. We agree. I think this is the best move. Is knight f4
Yeah,
a better move?
that's what I was not sure. Like, is it knight c5 or knight f4? Because knight f4 allows rook b3,
Yeah.
but then
There's
still
knight g2 or something. Yeah.
knight g2, king e1.
Sorry.
You know, it's a lot of checks anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but knight c5 does not allow even this. Like,
Okay,
if knight c5 wins, it wins. Period.
I'm checking the engine, and the engine says we are spot on with our analysis.
Knight
Knight
C5.
c5 is winning, and after king to d1, bishop,
Bishop
e3,
E3.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
and
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 he
he did-
does play knight c5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight c5.
and white's best is actually to play rook,
Rook takes.
knight.
Rook takes knight.
Rook takes
I thought,
knight.
but yeah, but then you can't really exchange the c pawn, so it's just a technical win.
And it doesn't matter how you take it back. Yeah, with the pawn or with the
Yeah,
bishop,
you can take with the bishop, and maybe it's
or maybe even taking on h6.
Okay, let's. What was played?
Still knight c5 is on
Knight
the board.
c5 on the
wait.
board.
Like we're still thinking.
it's
Or maybe we just have the move late.
No, yeah, king.
King d1.
5 king d1. Yeah, and after bishop e3. Ah, you mean after bishop e3 to take?
Yeah, basically, white's best move after this move is
To
to
take
go
on
rook takes
C5.
knight. And if that's your best move, well,
Yeah,
then-
you just take with the bishop, I guess. and then just win.
yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I should have played the tournament. I mean, after guessing such moves, but then, yeah, you know, it takes you a couple of days at the board to understand there was a big mistake to sign up for the tournament. So it won't be long.
Right. It is misleading sometimes when you comment because you're very relaxed about the game. You don't have
Absolutely.
any psychological pressure
Mm-hmm.
and you don't feel the narrative that the players have been experiencing. And there is an expression that says the spectator sees everything.
Right.
I mean, I've had it so many times where I've been playing a game and then the arbiter, like, literally comes up to me after the game's finished
And
and
asks,
says, "You missed,
"What do you
missed
need
the
to-"
win." And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, and like both me and my opponent are just like, "What on
Missed it,
earth are you
yeah.
talking about?"
And there was. Yeah, there
And
was.
bishop e3 on the board.
Yeah.
Well, yep. And let's put up the big mating idea that
So yeah,
Karthikeyan
like
is
rook
threatening.
moves, and then it's knight d3, and there is no force that can stop.
Yeah. Let's say
Check.
rook goes somewhere here. Yeah, and then
Bishop
wait,
b3,
knight
you
d3
can give it
immediately
check.
or knight d3 immediately in
No,
this
knight-
position.
knight
Rook
d3
g6,
wins.
knight d3 checkmates, yes, of
Yeah, it's
course.
mate.
That was the whole
And
point.
this mate, just fun fact, is called the Vukovic checkmate. After the Vukovic who wrote The Art of the Attack.
So wait a second. So after rook h7, king c6, yeah, and there
Yeah.
is nothing you can do. Yeah.
And you have to take the knight in the end of this variation.
And is there any saving chances? Any fortresses?
Nah.
Rook takes knight.
Black pawn's alive, right? Black pawn's alive, and that pretty much sums it up.
You can see Magnus shaking his head. To lose with the white pieces.
Also 2 games in one tournament, and not,
It's a lot.
you know, not a round robin, but,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
an
a
open
lot to
tournament.
Magnus.
Yeah, and what a sensational result that we are about to see for Karthikeyan.
So
With a
Karthikeyan-
victory like this, he will share the lead.
Yeah, so he joins the leaders,
Yep.
and then is there anyone else who's joining the leaders? Because
Paravian,
I'm
if he
getting a
wins.
bit confused. Paravian, if he wins, is the only one, right?
Yes.
Giri,
Giri's on 4 points, so he will move to 5.
oh yeah,
And there are so many people starting the round
moving
with
to
4
5,
points.
yeah, moving to 5, of course, yeah.
I mean, still anything can happen.
Okay, so far there are 4 players.
4
5
leaders,
and a half.
which
Yes.
were leaders before today's round. They've made draws,
Yeah.
so they're clearly like leaders.
And-
And then, yeah, Karthikeyan will
And then those with
join.
4 and a half, they didn't win the game. Okay, we're waiting for Paravian and Karthikeyan, who likely to be winning their games.
Paravian with Gukesh, yeah, Paravian is winning, kind of slowly but surely.
So for tomorrow, it is likely that we will have 6 leaders, yeah?
Yes, with 2 rounds to go. Crazy,
And-
crazy stuff.
A whole crowd of people
With 5.
with 5 points,
Yes, yes.
sniffing at their heels.
Anyone can still
See.
Exactly.
take over the leaders, yeah? So-
Absolutely. I mean, if you win your last 2 games, if you've got 5 points, you will finish on
Oh,
7.
and
And
Magnus
we have
resigned.
resignation.
Yeah, Magnus resigns.
Karthikeyan
After Bishop
wins
E3.
with the black pieces.
Well, that was
in such
you know,
a
poor display,
sensational
yeah?
result.
Poor
Yeah.
display by Magnus, I mean, blundering, you know.
Yeah, let's pull it up. It was the moment.
That was the only, yeah, I understand, like, you probably try to gamble this, sacrificing this pawn and so on, but the moment he blundered
This one,
Rook
yeah?
E4, he really did blunder bad.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah, there were a few moments in the game where Magnus slipped up, and we can also point later on in the game where he allowed knight f6 attack, which would also have given Karthikeyan a win. But, well, a win was what Karthikeyan did get, and just what an achievement, though.
Yeah, well
to
done.
beat the world #1 with the black pieces.
It's not an
And,
easy
you know,
task.
it was a crazy game. He also had to play like 16 moves with no time on the clock. And
Exactly.
he held his nerve. And there we can see Magnus just analyzing with Karthikeyan. But wow, what a day of chess.
Oh, okay. So moving on.
Yeah.